You guys better not be awake. You better be sleeping. The last few nights were really hectic for all of us, including Eric. It wasn't really for all of us. It was just really Eric, because Eric was at UCLA.
It's
Might take a second for people to get on if they're even awake. Let's see.
I'm sure somebody's up. The way this YouTube stuff works, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're walking here now. It's quiet. I mean, I was here last night. It's hard to believe it's the same place actually.
Yeah, look at how it's eerie. It's so quiet. It's so peaceful.
Yeah.
We're at UCLA, guys, and hey, how you guys doing? Oh my gosh, I gotta put.
You have a big follow. Like,
not really, but I mean,
how many? You have 3,000?
Bob, what's up?
What's up, Bob?
I don't know. Hey, we're at UCLA. This is the night after the hecticness. I've been out of town. Actually, maybe I'm gonna put my glasses on if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I forgot about
Hey guys,
glasses.
I'll hold this for a sec.
Sorry, but I'm just gonna grab them. We are at UCLA. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's eerie quiet, and it's a beautiful campus. It's almost like we're in an abandoned city. They have gates up. We're gonna walk where the gates are. Sorry, I apologize. I'm putting on my glasses. Shit, I should have thought of that, shouldn't I?
No, that's fine.
And let's see. What up, Bob? What are you guys doing awake? Hey. What in the world are you doing? UCLA is a done deal, right? That's what, yep, that is. You know, well, we needed to visit this guy. That's why we came. He's a very serious man. You don't want to make this guy mad, whatever you do.
John Wooden, their famous basketball coach, I think.
That's right. Do not make that guy mad. He told us to come, so here we are. Yeah, they're like, it's dead. It is very dead. We thought we would just check it out to feel like the vibe, you know, the day after the storm, the day after the war, the day after, you know, police didn't do anything and then did everything wrong. And Eric's going to talk about it. I've been out of town. And so, you know, let's see. I have been out of town, so I'm really bummed because I really wanted to come when it was crazy. I did.
Yeah.
But Eric was like, it's good you didn't.
Yeah, it was messed up. I mean, we could talk about it or whatever, but like, by the way, it's funny, the shirt I'm wearing is actually like, when I got started in reporting, a friend of mine, we had this independent, like a news thing, and we did a lot of, for a couple of guys with no money, I mean, we did some really good work, and I think it's still online, Forensic. It's like, the website is down, but it was a lot of fun, you know, it's like what it's all about.
You were here last night, right?
I was here last night.
He was here. What time did you get here?
I got here at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
And it was still light out, and it was already totally
Let's see.
It was just crazy. Like,
was this place all covered with people, or was it more around the corner?
It's all like where we're walking. That's where it was.
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you for a second.
No worries.
This is really important.
The bear. Yeah.
The bear's house. I apologize. I have a sense of humor. I just noticed I accidentally was shining on his ass. And I just want you guys to see that. I have no explanation.
I have no explanation. That's for sure.
Yeah. People that are tuning in are like, what the hell? I walked up to the bear, and the only thing that I wanted to do was put my hand in its mouth, and I still want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why Eric puts up with me. But
that's a good question. No, I mean, you know, it's...
But yeah, tell me. So last night, you got here at 6.
You gotta laugh sometimes. I mean,
yeah, that bear. And then you stayed how late?
What is it about the bear, by the way?
I don't know. It was just...
I was curious.
I have no idea. I don't know. My thoughts come in my brain, and I can't sit alone with them. Let's see. What the hell did I walk?
Stuff last night, I'm probably not the best travel companion right now. What's up?
They're like, what did I walk into? Because they jumped on right when I was on the bear's ass. So that was kind of the purpose. I apologize. What did I walk into? I know. Sorry about that. I'm a 2-year-old. But no, Eric was here last night. We are at UCLA. It's the night after the protest. I thought, I didn't really understand. I thought maybe some people would be here, but they really fenced off things. So the cops came. They didn't do anything for a while, but what time did they start just shooting people? They started shooting people with the fake bullets, huh?
I mean, they had a strong presence from the night where they didn't do anything was the night before, like especially for the people who saw Williams live stream.
Yeah.
Like that's where, because I think he was interviewed by CNN today because he really got some of the best footage.
Wow, he really did. He really got the good footage on. Jessica got great footage too. Wait a second, that was here, right? Wait, no.
So it's a little farther up.
That's right.
The encampment was in front of Rice Hall.
Oh, I see.
It's like
I'm bobbing a lot.
No, it's fine.
Are there any cops? Frank,
I'm not sure.
we don't see any cops, but they have these fences up, and it looked like they had security guards. Sorry, I'm walking in. I didn't bring the gimbal because in my head I thought the protest would still be going on, and I thought maybe I shouldn't bring a gimbal and be more discreet about filming. So,
no, you did the right thing.
I did. I wasn't sure if that was a good move or not, but now I see. I should have brought it back. Oh well.
Like, yeah, I mean.
Let's
Definitely
see.
yesterday would have been a bad time to bring a gimbal. I could feel the
tension.
anytime I took a picture there was like
Yeah, tell us about that. So it was really it really shook you up, huh?
I mean, it didn't like, I don't know if it shook me up, but
just like
it was
very impactful, like
maybe you could sit over there or something.
there was no protection, huh? Even though the cops were like, did you feel protected at all?
I don't ever feel protected at these things. I mean, if you're reporting or whatever, like you don't really have any friends, like you can, except for maybe like each other, like another reporter, but so that we could go up there. I mean, we could probably go pretty close.
Scott P, what's up? Tell the
What's up,
cops you're taking the site back. Yes, okay. It will just be me and you.
Yeah.
We're just taking you. One of us will be for the Israel and Palestine, and we'll just fight it out here. Just me and you. We're gonna take it all back.
I'm good on that. They were literally shooting less lethals at,
Oh man. The groundkeepers had the worst day ever today. Oh, the groundkeepers. Yeah, I saw some footage of them cleaning up and stuff, like construction groundkeepers, like,
There's some kid who's the Daily Bruin reporter who they did really good work. That's the student newspaper. They did outstanding. I mean, no reporter should have to deal with being physically attacked and things like that have happened to me, and it's pretty sad. It's sad. And they're college students. They were attacked by I think counter protesters. And anyway, they heroically kept reporting. And so today there was an article that they were just talking about this kid who his stuff is all in a dumpster. Like he was in the encampment. He was arrested.
Oh wow!
And he used his Apple AirTag to trace his stuff.
And all his stuff was in.
And they won't let him get it. So his
they
phone
won't let him get it.
Is it's sitting up there somewhere. But
let's see.
I mean,
what is this thing?
What does that say? Oh, sorry.
What is this? So Dallas, we're at UCLA the night after all the crazy protests. Eric was here from 6 p.m. till what time?
To like 12:30.
Till like 12:30, and he says that the cops didn't do anything for the longest time, and then they just came in and randomly.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
They had a strong presence last night. But
last night,
the night before was when they did nothing, as these kids were in the encampment were brutalized by masked, straight up fascists. Like it's all on Williams live stream if you watch it. Like.
You getting questions? I'm gonna let you answer these.
Oh, I mean,
there's some good ones.
I was not, and that night. So I was here last night, but not.
He was here last night, but you still see who were the ones throwing objects and setting fireworks off. Were they instigators or
I mean, they were there. So, yeah. I mean, who are the? I'm just reading your question. Who are the ones throwing objects? They were. You could say counter protesters. They were I think mass fascist is appropriate given what happened. And they're going to be identified. I'm working on actually a project right now,
Oh,
so
yeah?
we'll find out who as many of them as we can. I wasn't here for that. I had an interview the next day, which I'm kind of still upset about because, like, you, as a reporter, you don't want to miss those things.
Hi, Dave.
It does look different.
It does look.
Dallas.
You
I mean,
guys, look
it's
at this. It's so different.
But that's the point, I think, is like this is like they fired less lethal munitions at kids. Like that shouldn't happen to anybody.
That should not.
But,
And
like,
those bullets can kill you. They could blind you at
they
least.
can maim you.
Yes.
You can be killed by a taser even. Like things that people don't think about. People
Yeah.
have died from tasers.
Totally.
You know, look at William when they sprayed. I think he said it was bear spray, but
Right.
whatever that was.
Oh, it was
horrible.
so much
Like,
bear spray every second. I was seeing all these smoke bombs and shit. We're gonna go up here. You guys can see that there's 2 barricades of fences, so we can't even get to the top. But if there were security here before, I was gonna ask them.
Well, I was gonna say too, like, so I was here. I was here almost every night since the encampment was built. The only night I wasn't there was that crazy night, the one where they were attacked. But anyway, so the point being, every night, like the first night of the encampment, you know, there was nothing. You could walk right up to it. Every night there was more stuff, more barricades.
Really?
And now this is the most.
And now this is the most,
This was not here. Like,
wow.
so these steps are super famous. Like,
And you can't hear anybody's voice, like, except ours. Like, it is as
dead.
quiet as can be. So how do you get to these campuses over here? You know, like, I guess you have to go in a different kind of way, but I would imagine there's, there were fences all the way over there. You can't really see it on my phone, but, I mean, you know, of course I'm tempted to, like, hop over a fence or two, but I'm not trying to, you know, get Eric arrested. I don't know why you, just kidding. Look how pretty this view is, you guys. Let's see. You had some tough moments. Tell us about the tough moments. Let's see. The same tactics at all protests, same playbook from start to finish. Send people to start fights from both sides. When they break it up, they destroy the property to make it hard to reestablish. Yeah, I mean, they definitely did a lot of that, huh? Just say it, bro. Pro-Israel protesters still. Oh, howdy ever. Okay, so let's see. Let's sit down and maybe we can sit this way so we can get the beautiful view behind us. Because I want to hear about your I want to hear about. Is this a weird spot to sit?
a little.
He's like a little, but look at how pretty it is.
Oh, well, I mean, it's your stream.
Look how beautiful the shot is, though. You gotta admit that's a pretty shot.
Yeah, it's just hard to square with what happened. You know what I mean? Like, just watching these kids get
just gunned, huh? Like,
just like getting brutalized. I mean, it's horrible. Sorry,
That's
my
okay, yeah.
Sorry, my finger is.
well, we have to know. I don't know about. I'm so far behind on politics. It's terrible, but this protesting thing is just. I can't even give my opinion or form an opinion, but.
I mean, but on that point though that someone put in there, like you know, we report on what we know. So like, I was getting a lot of like these comments regarding like the language that we use. Like
Oh, I see Dallas. Okay.
Oh, what Dallas said?
Now I'll understand. I'll research that. 6090 is an anti-Semitic.
Okay, I don't.
I'll look that up. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I think I know the bill they're talking about. I'm not totally clear on how that comment fits into this, but like, it's. I mean, they shot kids with like munitions. These are college students. Like,
they shot kids, and what were those kids doing? Were they just spraying bullets? I kept hearing the bullets.
They were. It's civil disobedience. Like, they took over part of a public land. Like, that's. You know, I don't even agree with everything that. You know, I had some weird moments out there. It's not like they were friendly to reporters, but like, so you send in basically like an army, like,
no excuse
why?
for that. No excuse for that.
School was going to be out too. That's the other thing. I was just sorry to interrupt you. Like, school's going to be out soon. They could have just let this thing play out.
Totally. Hi, sir. Hi. How long is this gonna be closed for? Sorry. The rest of the week. Okay. Oh, I see. How do kids get to their classes or? Oh, it's just closed. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, it's so peaceful here now, huh? It's wow. We were just doing a little interview. It's just sitting here. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hi, how you doing? I guess we're just gonna see what happens real quick. That's a lot for us, little old us. Are you uncomfortable? I'm sorry. I think
I had plenty of my
uncomfortable
fill yesterday, but
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with sitting here as far as I know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with sitting
Unless
here.
there's something I don't know about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it on them for a second. Just I want to get shot with the bullet.
I didn't even see. Was that cops or security?
I don't know. I think they were just security, like 4 of them though.
On that note, let me tell you something. They did, when those kids were being brutalized the night before, by the people who were even trying to, launching fireworks at their encampment. They were just, security was just sitting there.
They didn't do shit. Jesus.
I mean, nobody did anything. It's a lot of.
That's what, and that's what it looked like on the video, on Streets video.
Yeah.
It looked like, where's the authorities? Where are people coming to help?
The LA Times is reporting on that now, and that's, it's going to be the same thing that always happens. Everybody's going to have a story. That's with government. That's always what happens. It's somebody else's fault, but that's what the story is, because that's a unique historical event. That's for 4 hours. There was like straight up combat going on. I mean, you guys saw Williams' live stream. Right. Combat in American University with nobody. It was like somebody described it as like the purge, kind of like. Yes.
Right. That's what it reminded me of. The purge. No one was coming to help.
They had some of them had anonymous masks on. Like they were.
It was like the purge.
And last night, so I didn't stream. Like I'm not super, as I've talked about them, a lot of things I'm not super comfortable streaming. But if you go to my Twitter, you could see some of the. It was like the same thing, like around 9:30. These straight up like mass fascists started rolling in, but this time because of all the cops, I don't. What was that?
They're getting a lot of questions, but I don't even understand them. But go ahead.
Oh, they didn't do the same thing because I know it was outside the camp. I'm asking if. Sorry, I don't want to do this without.
I do it all. I know it's weird.
I don't want to.
There's a lot of. I don't know. Let me go back through this. I think what Eric is going to talk about is not so much pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, right? It's more about the injustices of shooting children, like, and right? Like, I feel like rather that's more of the focus here of like, no one's coming to help.
Yeah, I mean that's also like obviously that.
Yeah.
The main thing, the way I look at it, like people they're so. Obviously, we all have our own thoughts on that, but that people are so, like the first thing I saw when I got here at 6 yesterday, this man, older man, who was a counter protester, he was very upset at the encampment. He's yelling these things that are ridiculous, like I think he said they were all terrorists, and then then there was there was an interaction. Anyway, the point being, like they're so, when people are angry, they're losing control.
They're losing control.
That's what happens when people get angry, and there's so much anger right now.
Right. Okay. Let me get some of these questions for you, sir.
Look at all the people you have.
And let's see. I'm gonna scroll up and start getting some questions. So Eric was in the fire last night. He was really in the fire of it, and.
I took off, like, they decided to raid the thing clearly when no one would be here. So I left by them, but there's some great reporters named Sergio Olmos was there from Cal Matters. He's an awesome reporter. And they stayed, him and a couple other guys, they stayed overnight. Sean Carmichael, goes by a Cat with News. Those guys literally stayed till the sun came up, and they did a
amazing job. I wish I could have been here. I was out of town, you guys, but I'm so bummed. Most of them weren't even college students. Corruptology.
I think that's you talking about the people who brutalized the protesters. I think that's while I don't know who they are, it doesn't. I would agree with. I think William said the same thing. I mean,
they didn't look like students, huh?
I don't know who those people are, but I do not. I would be very surprised if they went to school here.
What is Eric's sense of? Okay, there's your one for you, sir. We're gonna go through the questions now for you guys.
Since the counter
What up, Adam?
attack, were they mostly?
What up, Winston?
Yeah, they're pro-Israel supporters. I mean, and it's obviously not fair to say that represents a bigger group. That represents who the 30 people are. But
let me give the question because I scrolled up. Oh no, you're fine. Adam Carmona, is that how you pronounce it? I'm the worst reader.
Yeah, Adam's
What
cool.
is Eric's sense of the counter-protesters' attack? Were they mostly pro-Israel supporters, or were they outside factions?
So yeah, hey, what's up, Adam? Adam always has great questions. I don't know if you. Yeah, I think Adam. It's good to see you, Adam, as well. I've been a little, I'm hoping to stream pretty soon.
Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah, they were pro-Israel, but this is attracting. I noticed a couple known bad actors, some streamers who have really bad reputations. Some snuck into the encampment, and last night especially, there were guys showing up masked that I don't. There's people who show up just to fight. I think in another city, so an active club showed up at a different college protest. Active clubs are neo-Nazi fight clubs. So there are other people who aren't even involved who might hate Jews who are showing up just to fight.
Just to fight.
Or I mean,
for either side, right? They're just showing up. Arlene says college students are not kids. Well, that's fair. That's fair. But you're just saying young people.
What is the semantics now? They are kids. They're of course they're kids.
Oh, she says we're like 30 to 40. There's probably a lot of people that weren't college students that came, but
I'm going to call them kids.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just like shooting anybody with the fake bullets, like blanket shooting, or did they it sounded like they weren't really prepared to punish the right people. They were just blanket shooting.
They did nothing to the people that needed to be held accountable brutalized these kids for like 4 hours or 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And the next day, this could have been handled so many other ways.
Okay. Well, maybe kids, not kids. Oh well. Let's see. We saw with our own eyes violence coming outside the camp. There were violence. There was a lot of violence. One's like 500 in there, and like this is one's in the. I guess these are questions for you. I'm so behind. I'm not well prepared to answer
People want to know
these.
what happened.
I'm still shocked about. I'm just shocked that like 2 nights ago the cops didn't come forever, and then they just stood there, and then the way they policed was really shocking to me, right? It did feel like the purge. Eric, would you have any idea if ADL were involved? There's a question for you. ADL, what's it? It feels stupid.
Involved with what? The Anti-Defamation League?
Maybe I should go up a little more. Let's see. Sorry, it just I lost the space. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Sorry, I lost. When more things come in, it like goes back to the bottom. So I'm trying to. Okay, I'm gonna go through these quicker. I'm gonna go through.
You mean like involved with? I mean,
clear as day. I still shook about that night. Yes, Streets, you were on all the helicopters videos last night. Yes, Streets got. You said he was interviewed by CNN because he got great. Wow, he got great footage. I was watching that when I was out of town. Oh, okay. Oops, wrong. Oh, sorry. Okay. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. Yeah. I know it was outside the camp. I'm asking if the pro-Israel side had other factions there as well. There. Hi. How are you? Hold on. We're just chatting. Hi. We're just chatting. It's just a phone. We're chatting. Okay. We're being assaulted right now, you guys.
Are you guys talking about the protests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just talking,
we're just
man.
chatting.
Yeah, I was here last night, but are you a student?
No, I'm not a student here, but I came here because I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah. We were just chatting because he was here
didn't let you?
last night, and
They didn't let you?
I went all around looking for a place to.
now they're shining a light on our
I was
face.
here to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were here last night or yesterday?
No, I came tonight hoping that this would still be here.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm on a live stream, and we were just chatting about. He was here yesterday, every night except one night. And why are they're shining this light in our eyes, trying to? I don't know what they're trying to do, but okay. Sorry, guys.
It was pretty tough, dude. Like I came to this. I was here a bunch of nights.
Let me just read you.
Sorry, I'm a reporter.
They're just shining
so
in
just
my
to,
eyes.
Just to
I came
document.
here with my
Nice,
kids,
dude.
hoping to get some shots. I mean, what they did to Royce Hall
Let's see.
is.
Oh, the hall.
Let me go back to your
like graffiti and
messages.
stuff.
College
Yeah, man, I
students are
hear
not
you.
kids.
Like actually, I was talking to
Let's
someone
see.
else about that. I mean,
let me go back to the
it's
messages.
it's sad what.
Streets,
It's just terrible what happened. Like
I'm gonna find out where your
people
next
are so
questions
angry
are.
and like
This-
this could have been handled
It was
differently.
literally an
I mean,
attack.
you're a young
Scary
guy.
as
I
fuck.
could tell. Like,
Indeed, it was.
you didn't go
I
here,
think
right?
they're
You
saying
weren't.
I'm at
pro-Israel
Pasadena City
with-
Oh, sick. Yeah, so you know how college. I mean, college kids.
Oh, I don't know, Dallas.
With
I'll
me,
ask him.
There are, like the girl at my school.
Yeah.
You guys mind if I sit?
No, of course, man.
Oh yeah,
Talking.
I'm just gonna. He's getting questions, but you're welcome
Sure,
to
sure.
join
No,
if you want to join. What's your name?
Eric.
I have a lot to say about
I'm
this.
Ever.
Hi, my name is Michael.
Hey, man.
Michael, would you mind being on the stream?
Absolutely.
Oh, you wouldn't mind? Okay, he's gonna get a few questions, and then I would love to get your input too, if you don't mind. Okay. Okay. So we have a friend joining our stream, and okay. So I think they're saying that this one right here, Dallas. I think that they're saying pro-Israel were the bad guys, and at the protest, and pro-Palestine was innocent. Is that the truth, Eric, or what did you feel?
I think this is a much more complex situation than that, so I couldn't really necessarily comment on that.
Okay. Winston, I wouldn't care if they...
The violence is a different conversation, if that's what we're talking about. You know, but it's a little, it's a long conversation.
I wouldn't care if they all were arrested last night, as long as we didn't see a second round of... what does it say? Sorry, was that hate or night before? It was horrible. Winston.
I'm guessing they mean the violence.
Yeah. MK Ultra still alive and well. That is.
Who knows?
Yep. That is a foundation of. Eric, would you have any idea? Okay, now we're to the if ADL were involved. I don't know what's ADL.
I think you went through that question. The Anti-Defamation League.
Oh, I knew that.
I don't
I'm so
know what
stupid.
I don't know what they're referring to.
Okay.
That's not, this is why I don't live stream.
I looked everywhere for Palestine on the map. It's not there.
My friend, she's a really good streamer. And,
this is a fiery topic.
This is
a fiery topic.
That's the thing. It's so.
I went. So Eric was here. Yeah, Eric was actually here every night except one night.
I was here.
And
pretty much
every night except one night.
Except the night I wish I was here with Streets.
So I definitely want to hear of some of the profound moments that you went through. Let's see. The same as we don't. There were. I'm gonna look for direct questions to you about the violence. People just look to fight less than.
You don't need me.
No, I do, because
Your chat is here. This
what
is
is
the We in LA stream.
Royce Hall clean now? Is Royce Hall clean now? You wouldn't know. No, it's not. We have a new buddy. Say hi.
Hi, folks.
I'm sorry, your name was again?
Michael.
Michael came to check this out. He wasn't here, but he came tonight to check it out, just like me. I was out of town too.
A lot of people probably coming by. I mean, it's.
Let's see.
This has never
Hi
happened
guys,
before.
it sounds like
right?
the peaceful.
Is there anything?
Santa Monica, there
Is
were
Pasadena having any protests?
They had a protest, and that's why I started getting an opinion about it.
Yeah.
Because what I got was the girl who organized it was from the West.
I think with every
Okay.
protest, there'll be crazy people that take advantage of the message, and it really sucks. I mean, you know, it can happen with our Scientology protests. Someone does the wrong move, or I was hearing like the blue, you know, the center down the street before they closed it, that some kids were coming and maybe vandalizing, but streets, you know, stop that from happening. But you never know. People can make the wrong moves and give the message or a bad name, or the movement a bad name. They're trying to along each campus wonder if police stopped it before getting bigger. Oh, that's a good question, Chad. I'm gonna ask him.
If they knew what they were talking about, they would know that that's Arafat's symbol.
Or statement.
That's his main logo.
Wonder if police stopped it before getting bigger. I wonder, and maybe Eric would know that.
Yeah, I'm just listening. Like that's my job, you know, is to listen.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see.
think that they would
Yeah.
be protesting if they didn't really know
Let's see.
the ins and outs of the situation. Do you know about the Oslo group? Do you know about Netanyahu? About Ben Gvir and his government? What he's trying to do? I don't know.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
This
that
is the each.
kids are getting their main news source from TikTok and Instagram.
This is a big topic.
Kind of filter
I'm new
information.
here, but I like your voice. Thank you,
Yeah,
Onyx.
me and you both. I mean,
If that was for me, but I think that's probably for Eric. He has a
it's
nicer
also hard
voice.
when people aren't listening to each other. I don't know if they listen to you when you talk to them, or if they're.
I can't talk to them. It's also so dangerous. And I'm biased.
Now I'm just reading the debate.
And I used to live in Israel. And I'm 100% for protesting. But as long as you know what you're protesting.
Yeah.
A lot of my Israeli friends hate the president right now. See, you guys, I want you to know that a lot of he's from Israel. A lot of people hate the Israeli president.
Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu is worse than Trump because he's just like Trump, but he has a brain.
Watch this chat.
interesting,
You're gonna set this on fire. We have, let's see, 95 people in here.
It's not my call.
Let's see,
It's not
left
my
side,
chat.
typical, please elaborate. Wait, what? You know, I'm not qualified to give an opinion. I feel like really stupid these days because I hate people that talk but they're not really well informed, and I'm not really well informed right now.
That's what we were just.
So you know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
Michael, right? That's what we were just talking about. Was like. It's also this particular issue is so.
That's what I draw.
Is there
the
any
line.
more complexity? Like this is like the
They
one
put a
topic
stop.
where you definitely want to know what you're talking about because it's
Yeah.
thousands of it's complex.
Like all I want is people to like be respectful, and then if they're respectful, then I don't mind the debate. Or the conversation
Well, that's what I'm
happen.
saying.
You know what I mean? So far, I think people are being respectful in my chat. I see a lot of
That's good. You definitely need a mod for this
I know.
conversation.
Thank you, my mods. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Oh, well, my mods have opinions too, which is okay. Okay, so do you guys have a question for Eric? He was here. He was up close. Or Michael. Well, Michael, he's a young student with that's from Israel, that doesn't like Israeli president, but you know he's Jewish, and yeah. Let's see. There has never been.
He's under indictment, right? Like he was.
Oh my God.
Like Benjamin Nye wasn't he indicted for?
Oh my God.
Some criminal charges, like.
The list goes on. He's
Yeah.
been there for
Oh.
20 years.
I'm just gonna turn. You know what? I'm just gonna. Oopsies. I'm just gonna turn this camera on you guys because I don't really have to say much. But before I do, anybody have a question of what Eric went through? Eric literally watched police fire. What do you call those fake bullets?
So, the firing started late though. Like just to be clear, like, yeah, there's a lot of good shots. I think they waited till, as you guys know, that started around, I think, like maybe 3:30 in the morning. So
3:30 in the
I could
morning.
not stay here
you
all
di-
night. So
yeah.
no, I mean,
Okay, you didn't witness that. You just you got out of here first.
I-
Okay, I thought you witnessed it. Shit.
they were. I mean, I can show
But
you
Streets was there, huh?
I can show you some pretty harrowing footage, but like
Yeah.
they weren't at that point weren't shooting that I'm aware of.
Right.
But I mean, if you want like, they waited till it's also about waiting till there's no cameras. That's what a lot of that strategy is.
And you got another. How many were actual students? Yeah, Tiger Shark. He said a lot of them he doesn't think were even students. Yeah.
This was.
You're getting a lot of comments too. Good comments. You're getting good comments. Let's see.
If you want, I mean, I can
Because
show you.
Eric went through it honestly and about what's happening. What's happening in Gaza?
I mean, do you want to see some of it?
This is a fiery. Oh yeah, let's check this
I
out.
mean, this
Let's-
was like.
Okay, you guys, check this out. It's your footage, huh?
Yeah, this is my footage.
Eric is shooting this footage. This is Eric's footage.
And then I'll just show you real quick. So these were.
Wow. They're yelling peaceful protests. What are the police doing?
So these were some of the people who were showing up,
Oh, yeah.
like that's a.
Well, goggles for the bear
Yeah, it's a
spray.
very, very normal, straight up mass fascist. And then I'll just show you one more.
There was a
This
lot of
is-
bear spray.
This is like,
Yeah. I mean, it's intimidating, yeah.
and
Now, if you would have had me out there,
I
the place would have cleared. You seen my guns? Just kidding. Why is Michael laughing? You would have said the place would have cleared, right, Michael?
Michael's
He
a
got
smart-
scared.
You know you're in trouble when it's like nightfall.
Let's call
I was
it
just
how we
showing some
see it,
pictures
okay.
from like.
What time was it last night?
So
And that was last night?
yeah, so that
Ooh.
was over on the left side around
I'm done. Oh, wow.
like maybe 10.
Oh, I need a week.
It got pretty harrowing. Like I said, I they waited till around 3 when when the police really went in there. So I had some friends who stayed, but I couldn't stay that late, man. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiger, they
it's
blocked
sad.
us off, I guess.
I mean,
They have everything barricaded. It's like they're all gone. The school, I guess, is not even on,
Cancel
right?
all the classes.
They
Yeah.
canceled all the classes. He's a
Well-
young student. Michael's a young student.
yeah, I mean that's traumatic. Like
Very
no matter where you
eye-opening.
fall on the thing, like that's to see your student, like to see your own classmates. That's got to be brutal.
Peaceful Drama says, Eric, are you cheating on me? Now let the chat went somewhere else. There. Here you go. You can answer that
Oh my gosh,
one. Peaceful
I'm-
Drama.
I'm just glad It's good to be here.
Imagine being a
It's good to
college
be
and
back
not
at.
knowing how to follow instructions from. Yeah,
Look at these.
exactly.
By the way,
bro.
look at these guys. Like
We got.
There's-
Yeah.
they're just staring. Like
Shining the light. They're like paranoid about us. We got like 5
course.
security guards that keep coming over looking at
that's
us
exactly
like,
what I'm talking about. Like
like
what you
we're-
said. Like
oh
people aren't
yeah.
interested.
People say you're cute. Michael's cute. You're gonna get all different kinds of if you've streamed
He's gonna be a
before. I don't know.
politician. Good.
Let's see.
He's like, no, I don't want to go. He's like, there's better things to be.
The girls will say Eric's hot. That's what I get a lot of times in here. I heard. Oh, Peaceful Drama. I heard Eric and Ever and Eric were dating. Who'd you hear that from? I couldn't imagine
These
anybody would say
Rumors
anything
go
about.
around.
Yeah. Ganja
there's
girl.
There's a phrase about that.
He is hot. Right, Ganja. That's right. Now-
you guys are.
Now we're taking a turn.
Michael's way more handsome. Put the camera on
Arlene,
him.
then yesterday they show up and they're
just
being
glad I
called your name in the
like-
book. Like make.
It was just
make
crazy
it
around
make
when it got
sense.
dark. That's when
Right.
It was the same
China's
thing
been involved in all
the
of these.
previous night. I
China's
wasn't
been
there when it was
involved.
really crazy. Do you know
Let
the
me-
film The Police LA?
No.
He's an activist.
China's been involved. I'm gonna ask Eric about that.
He's a really
out
good. He's a cop
this
watcher.
live
He's
is
a really good.
about-
He's a friend. Anyway, he filmed
Yeah.
a live stream that
Yeah.
I recommend watching.
Yeah, it should be about what Eric went
From
through.
the night before last night when there was a
It
lot
should
of,
be about
when
what
it really
Eric went
was
through.
like 4 hours of fighting, and he filmed the whole thing. I
Eric-
recommend just
Eldon, we're gonna bring.
be careful on yourself because it's mentally stressful. But if you go to YouTube and look,
We're
for
gonna get
Film
back
the
to
Police
that.
LA.
Film the police on it.
Yeah, he filmed the whole thing, dude. What's up?
Eldon's like, I'm out. This live is supposed to be about what Eric went through. That's true. So we're gonna get back to that, unless you want to say who you're voting for in 2024. There's that question.
Oh.
Okay. No, let's bring it back to that. I'm gonna ask Eric a few more questions. It's not gonna be a long live.
I feel like
Guys, can you help me out with some
Sure.
questions for Eric of what he went through?
we'll do more. By the way, I'm gonna do more of these too. Like I'll do my thing too, but I want to talk about it too. But
Eric was here every night except one night,
except the night I should have been. here.
but he saw a lot,
Were the
and
students
he was
dispersed,
really.
Or was it just next to us?
I mean, he was texting me. He was like,
Were the students dispersed?
Oh,
Or
so
I
they
could
were-
tell.
Or was it just next to us?
Shooken up is not the
It was
correct
here
word, but he was
and
really.
on the
I want to say
other side,
mortified,
was a
like
huge
just.
crowd. I'm not sure here because, dude, I didn't even get over
He
it.
just like it was horrific.
It was like
it was
last
horrific.
huge.
So Eric, are you a journalist?
Yes.
He is. Okay, now let's get back to Eric. Eric, telling us how you feel about tell me like the most scariest part, the most disturbing part. Tell me. You go ahead.
What was the question? Sorry.
Well, they want to know if you're a journalist, and I want to know, did you feel a bear mace? Yeah, the bear spray. Did you get any of that in your face? Because I could hear streets choking all night long. Oops.
No, that was the night where I had actually a job interview, so I had to stay home, which I'm still in reporting. There's the FOMO concept, fear of missing out. So I'm like, I'm like literally watching his live stream.
Yeah.
And the whole reason that for a little levity, the whole reason that I didn't go was to get some sleep. So I end up staying up late to watch William's live stream. I get no sleep at all. So it was the same.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, but
Right.
I forget what the question was. Sorry. I'm pretty tired.
No, it's okay. I bet you're tired. He's had a long week. Did you get bear spray? No, you didn't get the bear spray?
Fortunately.
That's amazing. Because I could hear streets choking and I could see smoke and all that. So yeah, you were a journalist. Where did you work? If you're allowed to tell, I don't know.
My buddy and I had this independent outlet, Forensic News, and then I've written for Rolling Stone and Daily Dot, and then I was a OSIN, I was an investigator at a nonprofit, so I investigate right-wing fascists and January 6th insurrectionists, people like that. So
Ask Eric what he thinks that the police not getting involved to stop the anti-protesters, not students, storming the protest and starting fights. He was really disturbed.
it's disgraceful.
Disgraceful. What happened with that? What did you witness the police do and not do?
Well,
I'm gonna let you hold this
I
for a
wasn't.
second.
No worries.
My arm's gonna fall off.
Again, like I wasn't there. That Streets was there that night, William, but that was it's like a close-up, but that's absolutely disgraceful.
But you saw the police last night.
Well, yeah, I mean they were. I mean, you saw the video I have. Like it was a disaster. But nothing's like that other night. The
Encampment with sticks. You see people attacking the encampment with sticks.
They were using, from what I saw on William's stream, they were using wood. I mean, they were using fireworks. That could have burned people alive in there, which I think was, I think that might have been the point. I mean, why would you launch fireworks?
Yeah.
The Daily Bruin.
And they didn't stop the fireworks. I kept seeing all night.
The Daily Bruin said that they launched it at the encampment. So what would the purpose be of that? Like that, it's
What? Wait, who's biased? Eric's not biased.
I think it's mod time.
That,
But yeah, so
wait, that was my mod. Wait, well, I'm confused. Arlene, Eric's not biased. I don't know if she's meant. Wait, not Eric.
I'm biased in favor of the truth, I guess, but I don't know.
Wait, what's happening here? I don't understand.
Yeah,
There were
that's the
hundreds of I don't know. Maybe that wasn't towards you.
Yeah,
let's
people get pretty agitated with this stuff. Like,
It ended. Oh wait, Eric, weren't you somewhat relieved it ended fairly peacefully versus the night before?
that's
I'm confused.
that maybe that's well, last night did not end peacefully, so I don't know.
Are you getting hurt with the question? No, there's no question. I'm so confused. Can you answer my question above or Eric? Okay, let me find your question, Liz. Sorry, it's going by quick.
I'm sure Michael has a lot of.
Let me see where
a lot
Liz's
to
question
say.
is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off soon because I don't understand. Like,
A good
this is
call.
getting fiery. Can you answer? Let's see, Liz. Where's your question? Where'd it go?
I'm just gonna prove this is uncomparable to anything you've ever seen.
I've never.
You've never seen it,
like-
Liz. I can't find your questions. I'm so sorry. Can you
They said
send it
2020
again?
was the largest
Oh wait, Liz.
protest movement in American history,
Eric,
but
I
this
keep
is-
on seeing Jacob Harkey get. Oh yeah. Okay. Did he get arrested? I found it.
Jacob's a good dude. I hope he wasn't arrested. I saw Jacob. I've run into Jacob here at the. Well, this is over, I guess, for now. But Jacob's a good dude. He's a young guy like yourself, a reporter, and a
Security
real nice
called
dude.
them.
Uh,
Oh wait. What is that about? I don't understand. Do you even understand that one?
I don't know. I mean, it's like it's been.
I don't even get it.
hard.
Okay.
It's-
Jacob was arrested, according to Jessica. That's what I keep hearing.
Let me see. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like put
No,
my
no,
hand on your
no.
camera.
Please do. What this is one fiery topic,
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing.
and it's like all I understand is.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, everyone. Yeah, I hear you. Like.
which this one or I don't.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't think the chat knows what we're responding to.
Yeah.
Should I mention that or no?
No, I think
Okay.
I like made my point on
Okay.
that one, so I'm
Or you?
I'm
no,
good.
that I support you have since you. Oh, thank you, Pinchy. Yeah,
Yep,
what's
she's doing great work.
up? Thank you, Pinchy. I love you.
She's doing great work.
I just got into town, or I would have hung out with you guys. I just got back. The crying baby recording was wild.
Yeah, that was.
What was that?
They were
There was.
did you see that? They were.
I kept hearing the Mindy song, but the crying baby. What was
Counter
that?
protesters were blasting this crying baby on a speaker.
Oh my
like,
God! I didn't know that.
That
Babies and God.
That was.
Oh,
and
I
Our
see.
friend who was filming
Oh,
that was like.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
like what you hear
Jesus.
from. It was like, oh my, like after a while, it was like. Yeah. I mean, it's just sad.
Yeah,
to see
I
this
agree with
anger,
that,
like,
Arlene. I agree with that.
Like you said,
But it's understandable to see anger.
it is understandable.
If it makes sense. And
Oh,
in this kind of
Pinchy, I'm
protest,
sorry, but that,
there isn't.
and that's why
really a
I
winning
was saying
side.
goodnight. Oh,
Or
Pinchy, okay,
they're
I'm
both-
gonna
they're
check
both
out all
losers.
this later.
You're right,
That's
man.
the thing that makes.
I
You're
feel
right.
like I feel dumb right now. I need to figure. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
you're right.
How far is Hermosa Beach
that's
from
why it's so
UCLA
sad.
campus?
It's really sad.
I want to say like 30 minutes, approximately. Hermosa Beach is about 30 minutes from here,
Yeah, it's.
or 20 to 30 minutes. Hey, Underjolt, what's up? Shout out to all my mods. Underjolt's in the house. It's getting fiery.
Yeah, anger is. You're
Do
right.
not
it's like
censor
totally
people.
normal.
Versus, but if
and
y'all get carried
understandable.
away, then go for it, Ganja.
But
Go for it.
it was hostile out there.
I
man, like-
appreciate people's passion and to speak your mind, but yeah, we got to keep it like with love
Where are you getting your
and
news
somewhat respect. Let's see, Streets
Yeah.
Mod was
And they're turning on. They're attacking their fellow students.
shaming Jacob.
Because
I
they're
got to figure out why Jacob was arrested or what happened there. I heard he was arrested. I didn't understand what. I've been out of town. I'm
No,
really out of it.
I'm not fear. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you, nothing but love. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Eric was here every night, and I was out of town. So Eric was here every night
I'm
except for
Jewish
one
too,
night.
Man, and
So I didn't do really anything, but this is the man.
people don't know, right? They don't know unless you are like just some of the words.
I could've-
you could feel behind.
Oh God, the crying babies.
The word,
I did see.
you could feel that.
God.
And that. So
The
I
other
get it,
day I
man.
saw a
And I'm
video
no, like,
of
I'm like you.
a
I'm
mother
like,
that was
I'm a
passed
critical
away,
thinker.
and they
and
saved
I'm
her
not really this
baby.
whatsoever.
She was
You know,
bombed,
like
and her
Judaism,
2-year-old, I think,
even though you're
was
Jewish,
also
you're
passed
passed
away,
away.
and they showed the footage of it.
Doesn't mean you believe
They
it.
showed the
Yeah.
footage of it, and I mean, I broke out into tears, and I cried
Yeah.
for off and on for like an hour. I will never
At
get
the
that
same time,
visual out of my head.
What happened on October 7th? Yes, what
And it
Hamas
really
did
is
was
irrelevant what side they were on when you're
inhumane.
baby in the womb.
if
They
Israel's
saved
gonna
the baby.
solely
They pulled the
occupy
baby
West
out of the mom.
without,
She was passed away
telling anyone
and
that
laying
they're
next to like a
not
2-year-old. Oh,
peacefully
all I could think
what
about
do
is
you
my
expect?
nieces, you know.
What do you expect? Obviously, this is
I'll start crying.
bizarre.
I can't even. I can't even. I
How
want
could
to
you
talk
not
about the
expect
protest, but can't
It-
handle the
it just
questions.
goes-
We
yeah.
can handle the
And
questions. That's how
you cannot
I'll
get
just,
away
we
with
can handle the
pulling
questions.
paper cuts with
I
them.
just wanted
But
to
if
keep it
Israel's gonna
like
tell them
respectful,
Gaza,
because
Hamas,
when it's
okay,
not respectful,
we will
then
get
when
out
we
of
don't
your
really get anywhere.
territory if you give us
So if you're
information.
about answering the
alive.
questions,
How
then
is
the
it a
questions,
genocide?
you gotta be
If
like,
you're
it's gotta be a
telling them,
conversation back and forth.
Give us our hostages.
Sometimes I
Leave
notice
you
when
alone.
people talk, they don't really want to hear the
So-
other side. They're just kind of throwing a
But at the
rock
same
and
time, I
running
think
away
that Netanyahu's
mentally.
prolonging
And not all of you guys. I mean, for the most part, I see the
getting
dialogue
that,
passionate, and I see
a good
respect.
70% of the Israeli
You know, it's on the
population
edge, but
does want
for the
it
most
to be
part, I
followed,
see
yeah.
respect. I appreciate that. I'm cool
There's
with
so many
people
ways of looking
talking.
at this.
I'm cool
But
with
the
that.
American Jews, they should not be.
I seen
attacked.
footage.
Many
I'm
of
just
them
not
never been to Israel.
qualified.
Many of them are Jewish because they are.
I'm embarrassed, but I'm not qualified to speak on things because I'm just not
No,
as
I mean,
informed.
it's,
But Eric was here, and yeah,
It's sad. I mean,
and so
yeah,
I wanted
mean,
him to share
what
his
do you make here?
experience of
He's-
what he saw
oh,
and
nice,
felt.
dude.
You know.
For-
Costumes.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I mean,
Well, thank you, Corruptology.
I mean, before I still play, like, actually I'm playing on a show on Saturday.
I'm gonna have to like
That's what's
spend
so weird. I was
like a
here
long time
working.
catching up. I was about to say a
No,
day or
I-
two,
like,
but it's gonna take me a
I,
long time catching
I
up
wish
with
I
this.
did. Well, I mean,
With
despite-
this, all of
I
this,
really like-
because
like what
it's
Daniel
very.
writes. It is funny.
I feel like there's a
So I was
lot
here
here,
like last night.
and I
and
hate it
was
when people
in the
talk
middle
and
of
they're not
that.
really
And then
informed,
today
and
I was
I'm that
rehearsing with
person
this
right
band.
now.
It was
So I'm
surreal.
just kind of like
I
looking
play
at your
guitar.
comments. I'm learning things. That's
But,
why we know
But yeah, if you're
hate
like,
trolls. Nobody. And
just don't hesitate to
about
reach
it.
out, or I use some, you know, if you
well,
want to
let's
talk,
see.
or just, I don't know, just talk about this stuff. I'm always interested.
Absolutely.
I like
I'm not on
people's
social media.
Yeah.
expressing their opinion. I
For many
like
reasons.
people passionate
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
something, and that's
I
good,
give
you
my
know.
email or whatever.
As long as we can kind of keep critical thinking. It's remember that
Hilarious.
we are about critical thinking, right?
Yeah, right. That's
My
funny.
streams are usually about, you know,
Or my
trying to
number, it's fine.
go
Like,
against
either way, man.
Scientology
Like,
and
that's funny, dude.
cults and brainwashing, right? So it's hard though, you know. It's hard when you see these images, and it's hard not to form a passionate opinion.
Would you
So
call this cultish?
yeah. Yeah, a lot of my you heard that. A lot of my streams are about protesting against cults like Scientology and stuff. So this is kind of a new thing, you know. So when the chat's getting passionate, it's the good that we're passionate. But if your critical thinking stops and you can't hear the other person talk, it's similar to like cult.
Cultish.
Yes, yeah, it's cultish. You're right. So, and it's like I've been there. I'm all, you know, I can't say that I'm not, you know, you go home, your family members, and they say some dumb shit, and then you're like, ah! You know, like and you tell yourself you're not going to, and then you freak out on them, and then, you know, I do it, and then I catch myself, and then I try to, you know.
But this is kind of cultish because the student went from being regular students,
Yeah.
peaceful with their classmates,
Yeah.
to in just a few weeks,
Violent. Yeah.
I kind of just want to get rid of you, leave my school.
Yes.
That's cultish. That's cult mentality.
You're right. It is. That's a very good point. I mean, it reminds me of, you know, it reminds me of like Rwanda in the 90s when they were like, he lived next to me for 20 years. Our kids played with his kids.
Yeah, I turned out
And
to be
then-
a serial killer.
And then, then the genocide started, and it was like they hated me, you know, and they wanted to kill me, and they wanted to get rid of me, and it's like their eyes
again,
were different, you
started
know.
Israel, if it was a real genocide, it would be Israel starting this. Hamas attacked first, and Israel told Hamas, "Give us back our people, and we'll leave you alone." So, is it really a genocide obviously you cannot get away with killing 35,000 people.
Right, the blanket bombings maybe not good.
Right. And the Jews cannot use the Holocaust card anymore for a long time. But if you tell the other side, give us back our hostages and we'll leave you alone, that's not really genocide.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't go out of their way first to attack. It was Hamas who attacked first. And the quote, genocide was just a response.
There you have it. That's Michael's opinion. And let's see. Oh, Corruptology, you going to sleep? Okay, good night. Let's see. Let's see. There. Let's see. Michael, you lived in Israel for how long?
4 years.
4 years.
And all my family's there right now.
And all your family's there right now. And
Yeah.
how are they doing?
They're actually doing just fine. Because what the news doesn't show is that, it can get kind of dangerous sometimes.
Get closer so they can hear
But
you.
it is very much a psychological war. What Iran, when they shot the rockets and when Hamas retaliated with the rockets, Israel has their shit down so well with the Iron Domes that no one's going to get hurt. But it does cause a lot of fear. So it's a psychological war.
It's a psychological war.
To Israel.
So your family's in a safe area, but
100%.
100% in a safe
They're
area.
fine.
And does your older family like the president, or is it like the same thing here? Like
The older they are, the more they like
the president,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why I knew that. You know.
That seems to be true.
And the younger kids. And do you fight with your older relatives? Is it similar?
If I bring up the topic, they will disown me.
They will disown you. Isn't that interesting, you guys? If he brings up the topic to his parents, they will disown him.
Well, my father's very much pro-Palestine, but my mother is a hardcore Zionist.
Your mother is hardcore Zionist, and your father is pro-Palestine.
Correct.
I think that's very interesting. I think that's very, very interesting. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Her aunt is still hospital. Okay. So, okay. Do you guys have any questions? We're very lucky to have Michael here, who lived in Israel, who has whole family in Israel, whose parents will, one is Zionist, one is pro-Palestine.
Obviously, they're divorced.
They're divorced, he said. Obviously. He's a student here.
No, I'm not. I don't.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were. I apologize. For some reason, I thought you were. He's not a student here, but he came to check it out. Same as me. Do you guys, let's see, Michael, apparently, the Iron Dome failure. Do you know about that?
I mean, it does fail sometimes. It's not 100%.
He says it does fail sometimes. It's
But
not 100. So he does
I
know.
think Iran did shoot a good 100, 500, 600, and they missed maybe 3 or 4.
They missed 3 or 4? Okay. Let's see, lucky for him that he is safe. Can you ask him about a simple family like him in Gaza? Is it just justifiable that they have lost everything?
No, you cannot justify it.
You cannot justify it.
Because Israel, in one way or another, they are acting like Nazis. Because I think if you go one layer down, the Israeli government is trying to get rid of all of them. I think they were waiting for an excuse to bomb all of Gaza. And, they are slowly taking over the West Bank, which is a terrible thing. But you cannot justify what they did.
Very insightful.
Another point is Israel bombed the World Central Kitchen.
The World Central Kitchen.
Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they bombed one of the buses and killed 7 of the people.
Wow.
And you cannot do that.
Wow.
You cannot justify what Israel has done.
Wow.
We also cannot justify what Hamas has done.
That's right. Yep, they said so right. Very smart. Very
you don't
smart.
want to be with people who agree with you.
Very smart man. Yep. And the common misconception is everybody from Israel, every Jew, it must be just 100% only one way.
But also you got to remember there are Arab Jews and Israeli Muslims
Yeah, exactly.
living in the same city.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where the line between Jew and Israeli and Arab and Muslim is so blurred. And I don't think people from America understand that. That's very much a Middle Eastern concept.
Right.
Because in the States, if you're Christian, hardcore believer.
Yeah.
But if you say you're Jewish, it's just kind of something you're born with. But it doesn't mean you believe.
Exactly. Exactly.
So there are many Israelis pro the government and against the government.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, just like here, right? There's many people
I mean,
here pro
also,
and against.
half of Israel came from Europe, half of Israel came from Iraq, Iran,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, he's got it figured out. Love this young man. These are your comments. Ask Michael if he's read The General's Son, Journey of an Israeli in Palestine.
I've never heard of it.
You never heard of it? Well, I'm gonna look that up. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Journey of an Israeli in Palestine. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you. My neighbor, an African Jewish man, he said that very same thing. Yeah. Michael's very insightful. Christians and Jewish strong.
Well,
Yes.
Christian, Jews, and Muslims, because it's the same story, just different language.
That's right.
It's actually the same God, different name.
Let's see. That's true. And I saw something for Eric. Let me see what it was.
Eric's done.
You're done? Are you done? Eric's done? Oh, Eric got tired. Well, you do one more. Okay, we got to make it good. Eric's going to do one more question.
I like these questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's, do you have a
Michael's a
stream?
good
Do you ever stream?
I don't have social media.
You know, okay. He
Very, very smart.
even smarter man. Michael does not have social media. Well, if you wanted to stream, if you enjoyed this moment, I bet you they would join your stream right now. I would shout it out.
Well, that's a compliment. Thank you.
But if you wanted to make one right now, you know, that's how DOA did it for me. So I'm always gonna, you know, like he shouted out my stream. I had 2 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, so if you want to make a YouTube channel and talk about it, I would shout your channel out.
No, I don't want to get shot.
He said, I don't want to get shot. Okay. DOA shouted me out, and now I always try to mention to do that favor to anybody else, for anybody else. Okay, let's see.
Would it bother you guys if I lit a cigarette?
Go for it. I'm
Eric,
gonna.
is that okay?
Let's see.
Oh, man.
Look for,
do your thing.
let's see. I'm gonna look for the one for Eric. I saw. Pinchy, that's right. I feel the same way as you. I like to get educated from all different points of view. I lost Eric's. There was something. Okay. Any more questions? I'm sorry. I saw something for Eric and I'm looking for it. But send another question for Eric because he's almost done.
We're gonna do more. Like I'm gonna do a whole thing on my stream about. We'll talk more about this. I think we just kind of. This is, you know, we're gonna talk more about this. And these protests aren't. No matter what happened here, they're not. This is going to be happening, and it's happening across the country. So there's gonna be a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think Eric should do his own stream and answer everything. Eric, can you interview this young man again? Yeah,
I agree.
Pinchy, yeah, Eric, I think so. I'm gonna give you my information. If you're ever bored and you want to get a lot of crazy questions and a lot of insightful questions,
Sure.
you just hit me up and hit him up. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna show you the campus again. I'm going to give you a chance to ask Eric and Michael a few more questions, and then we're going to call it the night. Look at this good picture. Look at this. Look at what I get to hang out with tonight. Everybody's like, Eric's so hot. Okay. Pinchy, yes, we definitely going to give our info to Michael. And Eric will do a good interview. And I think Eric should do his own stream where he just shows all his footage and goes through it. If you guys have any more questions for... you got another... I'm going to show him Ganja. Yes, Jacob, you are hot. If you guys have any more questions before I end it... Look how peaceful and quiet. Can you believe this is just like, what, 20 hours later? Oh, look at these guys are on me. He's doing the peekaboos. Let's do peekaboo. They were doing the flashlight shines on my face. Peekaboo. I see you. That's what my mom does. I see you. One of them was really nice, though, but then the other ones were like creepers. Okay, let's see your questions. Okay, sorry.
And that was the thing too, man.
Right.
And they hate, like, people hate reporters. Like, it seems to be an ongoing problem. So I was getting a lot of
They-
harassment. It's like, I was like,
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
sadly, you do.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Sadly.
Do you want to give any special message? You're
No.
going to do your own stream, right? Where you can show all your footage and
Yeah. I mean, it's just look forward to talking more about this and having it's nice to meet Michael and have a real honest dialogue and that's what it's all about. Is an honest dialogue, I think.
that's true. Most definitely. I'd like to know where did they get all the wood, fences, and supplies?
You mean the students?
Mm.
I
That's a good
I
question.
couldn't say.
That is a good question. Where did they get all that wood and like the fences and everything? I didn't think that's a really good question. What up,
Yeah.
Scott H? What
I don't
up?
know. I mean,
Hey.
I'm not sure that's high on my list of but yeah.
That is a good question because I would want to know like how
Well-
planned this was, And then Michael got a question. What did
It's a
you?
protest. I mean,
So what did Michael hope to find and see tonight?
I hope to see a protest.
You hope to see a protest, yeah,
'Cause only tonight I saw what they did to Rose Hall.
yeah.
And it sounds terrible, but I'm an architecture geek, and I wanted to see what they did. And I was also hoping to see the protest and ask some of the students very vague, in the center kind of questions. Because my school at PCC, they had their first protest on Tuesday.
I'm gonna get close so they can hear you. Sorry.
And can I ramble?
Yeah, you can ramble. I'm just getting close because you have a soft voice. So they can't hear.
Okay, I'll speak up.
No, sorry.
So, the girl who organized the protests she was from the West Bank, and I completely understand where she's coming from, and I 100% stand with her. My issue was the people who were protesting did not know what they were talking about. Okay, you're gonna yell, Palestine will be free from the river to the sea. Great. Do you know what river you're talking about? If you're gonna hold up a sign that says Zionism is fascism, you've got to understand that Zionism, though it means pro a Jewish state, it does not mean anti anything else. And you got to go back to Vienna and look up Theodor Herzl and what he was trying to do and what his father was trying to get him to do. Do you know about the Oslo Agreement? Do you know about the 71 War? The fact that Israel in 48 got a tiny amount of land and the Arab League decided to attack. And they lost, and Israel won, and they got all this land, and then they gave it back to the Arab countries. They gave the Gaza and the West Bank to the Palestinians. And you also got to know that Israel is slowly taking over the West Bank, and that's one of the reasons why Hamas attacked. And you cannot justify what Hamas did, but Israel should have seen this coming, 100%. Also, you cannot justify killing 35,000 people. But who attacked first? And Israel is telling Gaza, okay, if you give back our hostages, dead or alive, we will get out of Gaza. At the same time, the current Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is probably prolonging the time that he's taking to get back those hostages because 70% of the population does want to obliterate all the Palestinians. They just do not want to get rid of them. And that's mostly by the older generation. Another thing, you've got to understand that Hamas and Benjamin Netanyahu do not represent the people that live in the country. Qatar, Iran, and many donations around the world have sent money to Gaza, but that money was filtered through Hamas, and only a very small percent of it is going to the people. Hamas is using the money for rockets, for missiles, to building tunnels. Building tunnels is so expensive. So there is not a lack of money. They can absolutely make Gaza a beautiful piece of land. But at the same time, when Israel did give the Palestinians Gaza and the West Bank, they gave them the most infertile part of the country to live on. You cannot grow anything there. It's hot as hell, and it's a waste of land. They gave them basically a waste of land. So you've got to dig deeper. Do you know about the Oslo Agreement? Do you know who Arafat was? It's just stuff like that. So I completely am for, and I stand with the people who know what they're talking about. And if these protests were by people who knew what they were talking about, I would protest with them, even though I'm an Israeli Jew who does not believe in God. But my issue is many of these people get their news from social media, from TikTok, and that is just disgusting.
Yeah.
So
Wow. That's very insightful, you guys. If he ends up having a stream of his own, I will definitely share it. And I appreciate you giving all that opinion, especially you living in Israel, having your parents. I mean, that's a book in itself. I actually saw an interview with someone that said their mom was Palestinian and their dad was Israeli, and they wrote a book about it. Did you? I forgot what book that was, but it was like on the top. That's you. That's you, sir. Yes, sir.
My grandma is from Baghdad, from Iraq, and she speaks Arabic.
She's from Baghdad, Iraq?
And she speaks Arabic, and she looks Arab, and that is her culture.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand that you're going to have Arab Jews and Israeli Muslims.
Yeah.
And that's another level of culture that I don't think these American protests even understand, because you don't see that in the States.
Yep.
If you're American and you're Christian, and you say you're Christian, you obviously believe in God. If you're Jewish and you say you're Jewish, it does not necessarily mean that you believe in God.
Right.
It's more of a traditional form.
Yep.
So
I know.
especially with these Middle Eastern traditions, religions, governments, populations, it's so intertwined.
Yep.
And the saddest part of this is that there's no winners, but two losing sides.
Yep,
And
that's
it's tearing
right.
up a
And it's
society of young people.
You're right. Well said, sir. Well said. Now, you gonna wrap with yours?
I'm
You-
wrapped.
you wrapped?
It's like
Okay.
almost 2 a.m.
Oh, is it 2 a.m.? Oh, he's so tired.
Almost.
And he's been here every night except when.
It's been a good conversation.
It's been a
Thank you,
great
guys.
conversation.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll just take a little walk, and
Good talking.
good night.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for listening.
Good night.
Yeah, okay.
So it's gonna be a week close, you think? Okay.
You had no idea about a lot.
My email is, so my channel's We in LA.
I'll write this.
Sure.
Now, if you got a lot of love, but you will also get what they call trolls, okay? Because
If you
you
get love, you're
yeah,
gonna get hate.
yeah, it's just
You're so
So I'm still streaming. So if when you go on the channel, don't worry
Is this
about
YouTube?
if there's
What is
good and
this?
bad. Oh, YouTube. So We in LA, and then my email is We in Los Angeles, because We in LA was taken, and some poor guy out there with weinla@gmail.com gets.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then your email is.
I can give up once we're off stream.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
right.
it's
I'm so
fine.
sorry. We in Los Angeles.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so let me just
I mean, I have a public email, but
let's
not-
see.
We'll connect.
Everybody's gone from UCLA, all the classes, like everything, and we don't know if it's going to be a week or what, but they closed the college.
Oh, yeah. Let me just-
I'm going to say good night, and
Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.
Nice to see you.
yes, thank you guys, thank you for hanging out. Oh, it's 3:43 in East Texas. What? Let's see.
I'm only right.
Yeah.
Is that your phone?
Now maybe Eric can end up doing an interview with Michael.
Yeah,
I think that would be great.
Maybe good to talk. Yeah.
I think that'd be great. They're exchanging info. I think those two. I've been doing this cytology protest in between my gigs, and I'm a little embarrassed, but
No, I've got.
I'm not informed enough to even form an opinion, let alone share it. And
It's not the world.
I think it'd be more embarrassing if I attempted one, to try to pretend that I know something about something, and I should know something about something. I need to take like a few days off and just, well, first I got to figure out where to get the good information, because it's hard to get like good sources, and then, oh my God, so overwhelming, this situation. But all I know is those images I see on a daily fuck me up. I mean, they fuck me up. I'm sensitive to it. Let's see. But you guys, I love you guys. I'm glad that you guys have passion, and I hope this is a place where you can express your opinions. Thank you to my mods. Thank you for, keeping it all the way cool. Thank you for here doing stuff for free. I don't know why you do it for little old me or do it for anybody, but God bless you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, you're making these chats happen. That's all I gotta say. And thank you for everyone that's like sharing their opinions. I'm gonna try to squeeze in educating myself more about this, so I can actually give 2 cents. But maybe it's better that I don't, because if I don't know everything, maybe I just keep my mouth shut. This is too sensitive. It's too important. I think Eric is more informed. Michael seems more informed. You guys seem more informed. I should just have a chat where you guys can talk and I'll learn something. I notice your guys' messages to say to check this out, to check that out. I appreciate that. Tell me to check things out, because it cuts out the time of me looking where to check things out. And I appreciate all that. Thank you for being here. Check out how eerie this, but lovely, peaceful, but how eerie, quiet. We're the only voices here. We're like the only, besides that guy who's not talking. Let's see. Thank you, Underjolt, Bob, Winston, Molly Show, Sinazoro, Arlene, Ganja, Barry, all you guys. Love you guys. Have a good night. I'm signing off. Bye.